Hey everybody, it's the Den Mother coming to you tonight for your on tap news recap from Drunken Disorderly Media. Before we jump into the headlines, I've got a question for you. Have you ever tried CBD or hemp buds? Well, man, we have got a great deal for you. You can use discount code DRUNK at northspokanecbd.com and get 15% off your order. NorthSpokaneCBD.com offers pesticide-free, high-quality, third-party tested cannabis-derived CBD products. You're not going to get any of that nasty stuff here. So remember, discount code DRUNK for 15% off at NorthSpokaneCBD.com. Hey, you guys get me straight from work, no makeup, no dressed up, no nothing, just me, you, and the fucking news, man. So let's jump into that. The first headline that we're going to go over, the first article we're going to talk about tonight. Tulsi Gabbard sues Hillary Clinton for defamation over Russia remarks. You guys have seen this. You've heard it. You know all the details. I guess maybe some of you don't. So basically, Clinton said some shit that Gabbard didn't like, right? Said that she had ties to Russia while she was giving an interview. And so now Gabbard's going to sue her. Look, man, when you're a public figure, people are going to say shit about you. You know that. You know that when you jump into it. You know what that means. So there's that. And two, for defamation to count, you've got to prove some actual injury. So if Gabbard runs again and loses her seat, and the exit polling says, yeah, I didn't vote for that crazy bitch because she's a Russian operative, she might have a defamation case there. Otherwise, under the public figure clause, something any of you who are even remotely in the public running for office, even internal party office, look up the public figure clause. It really affects libel and defamation cases. Basically, this is much ado about nothing. This is political dick measuring, and it's not even being done well. So there's kind of my take on the news article that is not really fucking news, which is par for the course, right? Let's jump into the next one. The next story is coming to us from Mississippi. 2 inmates in Mississippi prison die from blunt force beatings. Seriously, is anybody fucking shocked? Epstein didn't kill himself. 2 inmates are dead from blunt force beatings. 2 inmates at a maximum security prison in Mississippi have died after suffering injuries from a blunt force beating, officials said Tuesday, bringing the death toll across the state's prison system to at least 7 since the beginning of the year. The deaths come after another inmate at the same facility, Mississippi State Penitentiary in Parchman, apparently died by suicide in his cell Sunday. The increased scrutiny has spurred the governor, Tate Reeves, a Republican who took office last week, to pledge that his administration would provide transparency amid the fraught situation. He tweeted that there's much more to be done here. The state corrections department did not immediately provide details of the latest deaths, but it tweeted that they stemmed from an isolated incident, not part of the recent wave of retaliatory gang-related killings. The gang violence led to a lockdown of prisons across the state this month. Mississippi State Penitentiary, which is Mississippi State's only maximum security prison for men with more than 3,500 inmate beds, has been the focus of attention given its history of inmate abuses, racial segregation, and corruption. One of this week's victims was identified as Timothy Hudspeth, who was serving 10 years for possession of a firearm by a felon. The other inmate was not being named until relatives could be notified. The safety of staff and prisoners at Parchman is our immediate priority, and we're working hard to restore and maintain order, Interim Commissioner Tommy Taylor said in a statement, adding the environment that makes such violence possible must be addressed quickly, and we are committed to making changes to do so. I think he kind of maybe hit the nail on the head right there. The environment that makes such violence possible. Look, we put a whole hell of a lot of people into prison who we are not afraid of, and when they come out, I promise you, we're afraid of them then. This is a failed system. Has nothing to do with rehabilitation. It's all about vengeance. So I mean, I guess if that's your bag, you're probably a prison supporter. And cool, like I dig it. Violent people will use violence. Sure, none of us want to deal with them. Yes, we all have a right to be protected from violence, but the majority of inmates in prisons aren't aren't there for violent offenses. Unfortunately, just like in this case, a lot of times those individuals end up dead. So it's a life sentence for a non-violent offense, a victimless crime. I mean, go figure. I'm going to give you a feel-good story tonight. We've got a couple other headlines that we kind of tossed around, not necessarily so feel-good. I don't know about you guys, but I am so sick and tired of the bullshit drama that gets portrayed as news. So here is a feel-good story for all of you tonight. A terminally ill rescue dog. I mean, semi-feel-good. It does involve police, but whatever. Terminally ill rescue dog became a police canine for a day. So police in Pasco, Washington turned a rescue pup with an inoperable tumor into a dashing police canine. The dog, Eddie, was abandoned and spent almost a month wandering in nearby Benton City before he was rescued. Karen Brown, the Benton County Animal Control Officer who caught Eddie, told CNN sister network HLN that they had initially received a call about him in October of 2019, but they were unable to capture the pooch. They finally caught him in late November. We thought he had been hit by a car, she said Wednesday. We rushed him to the vet and we discovered that he unfortunately had cancer. Authorities then reached out to their rescue partners, Mikey's Chance Canine Rescue and Brown's friend, Christy Kessler, props to y'all, agreed to become Eddie's foster mom for life. The inoperable tumor caused Eddie to be blind in one eye and he was given 6 to 12 months to live. He is just the best dog, so friendly, so well behaved. He knows all of his commands. He's just the sweetest thing, Brown said. He deserves 6 months to a year of all the love and happiness that we can give him. Kessler created a bucket list, which included becoming a canine to make sure the dog she lovingly calls Eddie Spaghetti will have the most memorable final moments as possible. I thought maybe he might get his picture taken with an officer in a car. I thought maybe if he were lucky, he might go for a car ride, but I never dreamed it would be this big for him, Kessler told CNN affiliate KEPR. Eddie got a custom-made uniform with real police patches and was sworn in as a police canine before spending the day on patrol, promising to apprehend bad guys, search out narcotics, and put people in jail. I mean, come on, Eddie, cut us some slack here. We believe in helping people, and that also means helping animals in our community. So we have all come together as a family and are fighting alongside Eddie, Pasco Police Detective Julie Lee told KEPR. Officer Lee and others took Eddie to several locations around town. His first official call was to a local auto body shop for a service to pick up property, where he received a gift basket with treats, foods, and toys to take home. They even donated to his veterinarian bills. One stop, of course, was a local donut shop. Of course, because Eddie wouldn't be a real police officer without some coffee and donuts. He's just a lover. You would never suspect that he was abused or neglected, Detective Lee said. And I mean, who knows more about abuse than a police detective, right? Eddie's bucket list doesn't stop there. Some community members offered to check other items off his list, such as pictures with Santa and a pool filled with stuffed animals. Kessler still hopes he can ride in a motorcycle sidecar and be the star of a kissing booth at an adoption event. These people who've really stepped up and said, we want to make a difference in this dog's life, it's meant the world to know that people still do care, Kessler told KAPP. Having them and being able to be part of their lives and make a difference, like in Eddie, to bring this joy to him, no matter how short the time is, that's what we hold on to. Officer Brown told HLN she was jolted by the outpouring of support for Eddie in his final days. It's amazing in this tiny little community that so many people have said, you know, he's worth it. He's worth the chance, she said. Brown hopes in the future when people see other animals like this, they're willing to step up and keep them safe. And there's good news for Eddie's bucket list item to ride in a motorcycle sidecar. Brown has a friend who owns one. CNN reached out to Mikey's Chance, but has not yet heard back. So there's a feel-good story of cops spending the day doing something good and fun instead of harassing innocent citizens who are going about their day, not creating victims. And how fitting is it that it included a stop at the donut shop? Not like that surprises anybody, right? All right, people, that's it for tonight. This has been your On Tap News Recap from Drunken Disorderly Media and NorthSpokaneCBD.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Night.